Alright, this is the kind of deck profile that tops events in GOAT. Not in 2004 and 2005, but in the GOAT Revival era. And that is Reasoning Gate Chaos. This is the monsters, and these are the spells. So someone literally kind of just said, hey, spells are the most broken thing in GOAT format. Let's just run all the best spells and see what happens. As well as the most abusable monsters off of those spells. So starting off, we got a Dark Magician at Chaos. You'll see why we're running this thing later. We're really not summoning this thing by tributing it or anything. We're playing things like Reasoning Gate, Reasoning and Monster Gate to summon it. So just bring them back. That means you just get a 28 beater plus any spell engraved that you just milled, or you're Reasoning again in case you want to keep milling and get something else. We got BLS and 3 Chaos Sorcerers. So the reason why these are really useful is because Reasoning and Monster Gate cannot summon them because they cannot be normal summoned. So that means if you flip them up, you keep milling them, and that puts a light or dark in your grave, which means you can summon the copy of one of these guys that you have in your hand. And these cards are very powerful. Got a Jinzo, because if we're going to just randomly turbo out monsters, may as well have one that stops traps from stopping our strategy from happening. Got 2 Parshath, because the card is just that good. And if we're going to be summoning monsters for free, may as well summon some of the best ones in the format. 3 Sacred Crane, because drawing card is nice, and fuck it, we're not summoning these things normally anyway. On to the spells, we still play the big 3 of Charity Plot and Duo. For spell and trap removal, we don't play MST, but instead we play 3 big nukes of 2 Giant Tornado and a Heavy Storm, because we're winning real quick. We're not worrying about getting rid of 1 spell or trap. We just want them all gone so we can win that turn. We've got our equipped spells of Premature and Snatch Steal. We got 2 Scapegoats? No, we got 3 Scapegoats. And the reason why is pretty apparent because we are not only playing 3 Metamorphoses, but also 3 Monster Gates. So we need something to tribute to bring out our big monsters. Got 3 Reasoning as well. If you're playing against this, you really got to pay attention to what's in your grave if you want to know what to call. Unless there's something specifically Jinzo that you don't want to see on the field. 3 Dimension Fusions, because I'm not playing full price for English, because I just want to have these dang things for some fun casual decks. But with all the BLSs and Chaos Sorcerers, you can start bringing back like Jinzos and stuff, and it's just broken, ladies and gentlemen. We got some little one-of cards here. We got Book, Vortex, Monster Reincarnation, and Brain Control. Brain Control, we contribute the guy for Parshath or Jinzo. This is for removing Thousand Eyes, so it's Book, really. And Monster Reincarnate to bring back the big Chaos Boys. Last, we only have 2 traps, and it's 2 of the big 3, and that is the one that removes anything, really, and the one that brings back the big beaten monsters. Now, there is no extra deck limit in GOAT, so with the Metamorphosis, we can really be summoning anything that's legal. As you can see, this hasn't even been fully filled out. That's Meteor, Black Dragon. I think this Dark Bolter the Terrible is what that is. I don't know. Maybe not. He's right here. Either way, you can see that having to have all these extra decks and just generic stuff you barely even ever summon really means that when you're building so many decks, sometimes you gotta put them all in one pile, and that's the GOAT format deck. If we're playing casually, you just pick out of there. Really, I should have just 1 shared extra deck for all these things because, heck it, you just play 3 of anything you can back in that format because there's no limit. Well, this has been part of a series called Daily Deck Profiles, and that's because we're uploading 1 deck profile per day of all my favorite retro formats. Starting off of GOAT, moving our way up the hat, we have over 100 decks to upload, over 30 GOAT decks. So if you're interested in more stuff like this, sub for Spub and come back tomorrow to see what we got in store.